part one of the film study series, I guess you could call it. I don't know what I'm end up calling it at the time I'm recording this, but whatever it's called, this is part one. Where I do simple breakdowns. I do film study, no bias, and I pick a winner. At the end of the video, and maybe I give out some parlay picks at the end if I'm feeling good. Only if I'm feeling good. But today we got Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. I just watched this fight without recording to take in everything that went on in this fight. This is a rematch, and I preach this a lot if you watch my channel. But I explained it before on my channel that rematches are always different in terms of how the fight is gonna look. It could look completely one-sided, or the loser, Alex Pereira in this example, will adjust, and you'll see the adjustments. I'll go over both things I think both fighters are gonna do as the fight goes on. I'll pause on some things and show y'all we're not gonna watch this full fight. I'll skip through a lot, but I do want to say, a lot of things about Ankalaev that he did well this fight, and we'll start off rip with just this alone. Just for being the Southpaw versus Orthodox, did a great job in doing everything right that a Southpaw is supposed to do against an Orthodox fighter. Nothing he did wrong, and just doing you're already seeing a lot of bouncing, a lot of feints, and obviously a lot of movement so far because Alex Pereira is on the front foot this round. But you see quickly that changes throughout the fight. I do want to say too, like, Alex Pereira definitely is at a disadvantage with the speed, 100%. And we seen that in the second round, which we will skip to. But I want to say that early because anyone who thinks that there isn't a speed advantage is out of their mind. I'll show you the exchanges in the later rounds of the fight, especially in the second round. But you can see, especially if you slow it down, bro, you can see the speed advantage Ankalaev has. It's not a lot, but it's just enough to get out of the way of punches and to be first, and to get his strikes off without Alex Pereira seeing his punches. I explained this in another video as well. Quickly, I'm going to say that Alex Pereira, his defense relies on his eyes more than his, how do I explain this? More than his defensive techniques. And what I mean by that, is he's gonna use his defensive rolls and slips and counter punches when he sees the punch or when there's offense coming towards him. If there is no offense, he won't use his defense to set up shots, if that makes sense. So if it is not counter punching, he is not using his defense to set up shots. Whereas Ankalaev, you see him multiple times, and I'll try to pause it if I see it, where he, rolls and steps into a combo, or steps into a combo, using defensive techniques to set up shots. And that's something Ankalaev did very well, but that's something that is lacking in Alex Pereira's defense. I'm not going to lie. And, very, very flat-footed as well. But Alex Pereira has been like this his whole UFC career, basically. What I expect, and we'll skip a little bit here, what I expect from Alex Pereira in the rematch, and I'm almost sure of it, almost. Maybe I'll switch my mind in the end of the week, but I'm almost sure of it that he'll come more aggressive, and not in a way of pressure, but just more standing his guard, or standing his ground basically, and kind of staying in the pocket. The thing with this fight, the first fight, is the energy felt like from Alex Pereira that he didn't want to sit in the pocket with Ankalaev at all. That's what it felt like. You saw a lot of hesitancy. Is that a word? You saw a lot of hesitant exchanges from Alex, and you saw a lot of backing up as well. And we're seeing it here late in the first. But yeah, that's just mostly because of the speed advantage, and a lot of what Ankalaev is doing too is showing him a lot of things. And that's why I think Alex Pereira is going to be more aggressive. But this hesitant approach by Alex Pereira only happened because it was the first match of going against Ankalaev. Ankalaev showed a lot of things, versatile things. Showed a lot of feints, showed a lot of kicks, combos, mixed in some grappling late, and was just really on top of him most of the fight, especially the rounds he was doing good. That is gonna change this fight because he knows he's kind of expecting that, right? Being Alex Pereira, so the game plan is to adjust to that, and if not, impose your will or your game plan onto Ankalaev and have him adjust mid fight if you can, right? As Alex Pereira, you have to be more. You have to throw more. It's obvious. You were very hesitant, and doing that, I think he stayed at a kickboxing range a lot, which he was very hesitant at, as well. But he was throwing more, like a lot of his strikes and kicks at kickboxing range, which was like this range right here. A lot of the time, his very good like kicks or strikes didn't come from within the pocket. The pocket game was controlled completely by Ankalaev, and that's why he controlled this fight, because he determined when he was going to come in and out of the pocket, and there was nothing Alex can do about it. He determined when he was going to back him up as well. So like, it's just a lot of things that Ankalaev did well this fight, very well. Came in with a smart game plan, but like I said, with Alex adjusting, I would say is to be a more aggressive. Like I said, not in a pressure way, but just more in letting your hands go and being first. But the problem with that is, which we'll go to this round two. All right, so I gave y'all an explanation of Alex Pereira and how his approach might come. Obviously, he has to defend the takedowns, and we'll get into that later on. But this is the problem. Ankalaev is faster. Just to put it simple in simple terms, way faster, bro. Um, well, not way faster, but he is faster, and he's faster in a lot of these exchanges, including his feet and his defensive maneuvers, and just when he was getting in and out of the pocket. As you see here, he has like this Usyk, like this reminds me of Usyk if y'all watch boxing. This movement right here, and being a southpaw, Usyk as well, a southpaw. Um, this movement right here alone has you backing up and wondering what is he gonna throw next. Especially in MMA because you have kicks and grappling, all other versatile things. But this is just showing him that he could feint levels, and he doesn't know when he's gonna come up or come down with a strike, kick, or take him down here. So just doing that little movement was it's just simple enough to set up that front kick, but also to keep him hesitant. So little shit like that where Alex needs to ignore and kind of just throw in those exchanges, find the timing. Because like I said, he's going to need to find the timing against someone who's faster than him. There's no denying that Ankalaev is faster than him. And to beat a faster fighter, you need to have great timing. It's just true. You need to have great timing. Every time, too. Matching the kick, Ankalaev. Always matching the kick. Every time Alex Pereira threw a kick, always coming back with something. At least a kick or at least a jab. Just to keep him occupied. It was a beautiful game plan by Ankalaev. I'm telling you what he's doing this fight. In the end, I'll tell you what he's going to do probably the second fight. But Alex Pereira so far, definitely, like I said, needs to be more aggressive, but in a smart way. I think a lot of the times it's gonna end up here for the rematch. I think it's gonna end up in the middle of the ring with them standing here most of the time. If Alex Pereira wants to fucking throw and not circle around the ring like he did in the first fight, but does he win these exchanges where he's not totally backing up and going strike for strike? I mean, we've seen it with I don't know if he went. What's a fight I'm trying to remember? So if y'all remember Jamal Hill versus Yuri Prohaska, if I remember correctly, most of that fight, for however long it lasted, it was mostly in the middle of the octagon. That's what I think this fight is gonna look like. Now, that can benefit Alex Pereira if he's defensively sound and if he could find the timing and like being good on counterpunching. But that can also benefit Ankalaev because you think about it, a takedown in the middle of the octagon on your back is terrible looks for Alex Pereira, and I doubt that he can get up for that. Now you never know. He has two fight camps so far where he's focused on the grappling aspect, especially for Ankalaev. But I didn't like what I saw from the first fight as far as the grappling, and we'll get into it when they get into those exchanges. But like, I didn't like what I saw, and I feel like if Alex Pereira gets taken down in the middle of the octagon, I doubt he gets back up at least for another good minute 30. You know, especially if Ankalaev looks fresh, and which he did for most of this fight, which I wouldn't say was a crazy pace, but definitely was controlling the pace a lot of the times. And you see shots like that too from Ankalaev. This is a lot of times what I mean by he's setting up defensively, and just has nice setups overall. You see southpaw versus orthodox. He touches the hand right there. Gets a little bounce on the feet going. Alex Pereira kind of like inches forward a little bit. He goes, fakes kind of like a jab into a switch stance, and comes over the top with the overhand. And that's just faking the eyes out. Alex Pereira kind of late on rolling back, but he doesn't have a chance to counter shit like that because he didn't see it. So, like I said, the speed differentiation in this match was a huge factor. Huge factor. And if he can't adjust, bro. Basically, what I was saying, if he can't adjust to the speed factor, it's going to be a long night for Alex. Definitely. Just a lot of pressure and good strikes also from Ankalaev. I'll get into what he did good this first fight as we get late into the second round. Did very good in going to the body and mixing things up. As you know, Alex Pereira definitely has good defense, especially head movement, like when counterpunching. But if you go to the body does not move like the head, especially straight down the middle. When you're southpaw versus orthodox, you could catch times where he's going into the power hand, or especially when Alex Pereira was backing up, he's straight forward. So very good on Ankalaev's part of mixing things up. Everything was well on Ankalaev's game plan, and I expect him to do it in the rematch. I expect his boxing to look even better and even more confident than it was this fight. I think this fight he definitely took a safer game plan, and without a doubt, I know he's gonna come with a safe game plan for the second fight. But I know he's gonna be so confident, cause he's seen everything. I don't want to say he's seen everything Alex has thrown, but he's seen every dangerous thing. You know, the left hook, the calf kicks, the that's damn. Wait, is that it? What else is Alex good at? The counterpunching, I guess. He didn't really counterpunch this fight that much. But yeah, he's seen every powerful or like every good attribute at least from Alex. And you see there, man, like just had his timing down in round 2, late in round 2. Measures the hand out. You saw it right there. Comes back, knows he's going to throw a kick, so he prepares for the kick, and that's just getting timing off of the hand. Coming back, good teep kick by Alex. He gets it right on the side. I think he lands that there, but then just a fast jab, head off the center line a little bit, and a nice 1-2. There's nothing Alex could do there. Like, he didn't see those shots at all. He has to get out the way. You can see here, look, like you saw the hesitancy with bro, I gotta stop saying that. You saw the hesitant hook here though from Alex. He wants to counter here. He wants to. But Ankalaev gets out of the way so well. Not only is his head off the center line while he's throwing this punch, but he's already out the way as soon as Alex thinks about countering. So it's like he's like, oh no, fuck it. And he just stops the punch midway. But just super fast. And it showed the second round especially. Almost gets tagged with a left hook coming in there. It's like Alex can't get in the pocket with this guy because he's too good in going back, and he's too good at answering. Where it's like a dangerous game either way. Um, I think the kickboxing range is a comfortable place for Alex, but I don't think it's a range where he could win. And that's what I'm saying. He's gonna need to stand his ground, really sit on his shots, and really get to counterpunch and go strike for strike, like Yuri Prohaska, and Khalil Roundtree type. Wait, no, sorry, like Yuri Prohaska and Jamal Hill type fight, where they're just in the middle banging out. It's a nice double up on the left hook. Like, already see the speed difference. Alex doesn't set this up with a jab, I don't think. He sets it up with a feint, but just very slow. I mean, compared to Ankalaev, of course, very slow. Comes with a jab. Just a good job, Ankalaev blocking that with the elbow. Comes down with the elbow, and then returns back with a double up on the left hook. And then another one coming in, and just okay. You see this exchange here as well. Another factor about the speed. And you could see this when you slow it down. Straight cross right here. Alex is coming in. Or sorry, Ankalaev is coming in. He switches stances, comes with a double hook and an uppercut. Right. I think he misses the uppercut. But good job in coming back and being on guard. This left hook is extremely late. Extremely late to try to counterpunch with this left hook. His hand is already up and it gets blocked on the guard. He should have threw this left hook right here. This is the correct timing for him to throw the left hook. When he's wide open, throwing this uppercut. Look how late it gets thrown. He throws a left and it's already blocked. Already blocked. And that's just the speed. And you see the defense again from Ankalaev. Good feint right here, like the Usyk level changing. We throw a straight straight left hand, and a roll right under. Like, beautiful boxing. You don't see Alex doing that. You don't see Alex throwing a 1-2 and then rolling right after. You don't see that shit. Just huge differentials. Huge differentials. I can't speak, bro. I can't fucking speak. Huge differences in the boxing defense, 100%. Huge differences in speed. Like I said, Alex needs to be more aggressive and has to find the timing. It's going to be a dangerous game because Ankalaev is doing so well of being versatile, being unpredictable, being faster, being light on his feet, and controlling the distance, at least in this pace. So being in the pocket, I feel like Ankalaev is going to be confident. I'm not going to lie. I also like the switch stancing from Ankalaev as he does it there. Just beautiful, bro. Just fucking beautiful. But we could skip to the third. Now, Pereira gets a little bit of success in the third. I think Ankalaev took the round off a little bit. Let him kind of back him up. If I remember correctly. Bro, why am I getting ads, bro? Who is this? Is that Batista? No, that's Rock. But yeah, had a lot of success this round. Or not a lot of success, but had some success this round. Alex Pereira, which just staying at range and throwing kicks, but was just still hesitant though. Like, still hesitant. Still doesn't want to commit to the pocket. Still wants to throw these kicks at range. Which, by the way, Ankalaev has already seen he's going to get out of the way of most of these kicks. Like, you're going to have to set this up way better. He's going to have to set up everything way, way better. And I expect to see more better setup combos from Alex Pereira. If we don't, it's going to be a knockout. And I'll get into my prediction, later in the fight. But I think this third round really isn't anything. It's just a lot of Ankalaev really taking breaks, showing the same thing, doing a lot of hand movements, switch stances, feinting, showing a lot of things, really. And Alex Pereira, Jesus, being on the back foot. Like I said, though, just look at that, entering the clinch already. He's trying to throw hooks in the clinch. Already got a tight grip on the back of the neck. So Ankalaev is already in. He's lower than Alex Pereira, which is great fighting inside, and he throws a nice knee. and now he's backed up on the fence. And this is the part where he really started mixing things up and really started putting the win away. Um, Alex Pereira did he did the right things when he was in this positions. Don't get me wrong, like maneuvering out there, but everything was urgent, everything was right, but just not enough to show that he can defend every single one, you know? And good counter coming back there. This is what I expect more, actually, from Alex Pereira when we talk about his striking, staying right here. Using, if you're going to get backed up, at least use their pressure against them and try to set them up. I kind of go back to a fight like Leron Murphy, believe his name is, versus Aaron Pico. I look at a fight like that, and I look how he set up Aaron Pico's pressure against him and just completely knocked him out with the spinning elbow. That's exactly what I mean. If you're gonna get backed up, you have to set up shit like this. You gotta know he's gonna throw this and come back with a beautiful counter. That was nice. But yeah, and a lot of the grappling, definitely Ankalaev had some good control time. Now didn't take him down and do crazy damage or get crazy sub attempts. Uh, but I assume Ankalaev is probably gonna take it down this fight, probably even more. But I know he's gonna get his respect first on the feet. And even if he doesn't, and Alex is teeing off, at the start, he's gonna apply his ground game. And even if it's not his bread and butter, still he's gonna try to mix things up and just make it hard for Alex. We saw later in the rounds, we'll see later in the fourth, that he's slowing down. So just bringing them to deep waters, you want to do that, especially someone with the footwork like him, where in the later rounds it could just get sloppy and he could just be standing there. But just nice jab, and this is actually what I mean. We're in round 3, and already he gets caught staring. This is getting caught staring right here, staring, being hesitant. His body is super in front, not twisted at all. Usually in boxing, you want your body twisted so you become less of a target. Look how in front he is, hips right in front of him. No turn at all on the body. He gets caught trying to throw a left hook. It is a hesitant because Ankalaev really sees that and just pops a nice jab. Beautiful jab. And I promise you, if Ankalaev throws a 1-2 behind this jab, a jab and a 1-2 behind this, I promise you Alex goes down. Promise you. That shit staggered him bad. And it was just a fast jab. Already, I said good work from Alex this round. Actually, it really wasn't. But he just did a good job, like at kickboxing range, just not doing a good job in the pocket, and staying out of the way of these punches really, at all. We go into the fourth. This is where really the grappling game was getting imposed, and like I said, bro, just Alex kind of doing the right things, but isn't at the same time, can't really get reversals or like get good positioning in these grappling exchanges. It's either him staying here or it's him getting out. There's no difference. And I feel like that's why if Alex Pereira is going to be in the middle of the octagon this fight, him getting taken down in the middle of the octagon, I don't think he's getting up. So it's like you can see where I'm going with this. It's going to be a hard win for Alex Pereira, and he has to win it on the feet. Obviously, there's no other way. And he has to get so much respect and just be aggressive, bro. He has to put it. I'm not gonna lie, this is a fight, bro, where Alex Pereira has to put it all on the line. And you see here, just keep getting held on the octagon, not really doing a lot. Now he is he is tired here. He's tired. He's slowing down. He's not death gas, but he's slowing down. And that's off of just clinch exchanges and just boxing exchanges. This is not a super high pace at all. Maybe in these clinch exchanges, but as far as the striking goes, not a super high pace, especially because you were not throwing. So you slowing down in the fourth, bro, is bad looks. Bad looks, guys. Bad looks. Very bad looks. Especially if I see you get taken down early, can I trust you to get up and be fresh? That's a lot. That's a lot of times people forget that, like, yeah, maybe this fighter could get up against a fighter that has a heavy grappling game, but can they be fresh after they get up? Because it's gonna take some work. It's not easy to get up against someone who is a better grappler, and you see there just again Ankalaev being faster on the feet, uh, feints a knee, and Ankalaev comes with a hook right across, and another hook that just grazes him. I think Alex Pereira needs to show more. He's gonna show more kicks. We're gonna see his whole arsenal, his whole bag. Really, he's gonna get into his bag. And that scares me because I feel like if he gets in a firefight, it's gonna look like Izzy and Alex, where Izzy knocks him out. Um, in that type of like firefight exchange, it just scares me, man. I don't think Alex Pereira has the defense to hold up. I think Ankalaev's boxing is 5 times better. And I think he's gonna have the better game plan this fight. Alex, what can Alex do besides strike? What can Alex do besides strike and kickbox? And if he can't do that, what can he do? How can he adjust? His style has always been the same. Um, it's hard, bro. It's hard. Now, like I said, if he can impose a different game plan and impose his will on Ankalaev, he has a chance of knocking him out. Of course, he's still ex-champion, still has that power. Especially if he gets into his bag. But that scares me in itself because I know he's gonna be leaving himself open, and he's gonna leave himself open for exchanges, especially if they're fighting in the middle of the octagon, which where I think this fight is gonna be. And yeah, I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. For Alex Pereira, I don't see a method of victory. Obviously, it would only be KO. But with Ankalaev being so much faster and being so much more defensive, I highly, highly doubt it. If it happens, it happens. It's Alex Pereira at the end of the day, and they are in 4 ounce gloves. But bro, I like Ankalaev's defense. I like his boxing. I like the way he's versatile. I think this fight he comes and knocks out Alex Pereira. And let's make a prediction. And then we'll give some picks after. He knocks out Ankalaev knocks out Alex Pereira in the I'm thinking second or third round. I'm thinking maybe Ankalaev is aggressive with him early too. Even if Alex is more aggressive, I think Ankalaev could catch him early. I'm gonna say round. I want to say round one. Nah, I'm trolling. I want to say round two. I'm gonna say round two. Round two, KO Ankalaev. Lock it in. The picks for this fight, as far as like betting, if you are a degenerate and you stay to the end of the video, I love you. But the picks for this fight, I would go Ankalaev money line. It is high, bro, and I'm not gonna lie. Alex Pereira at plus 180. I don't blame you if you take that. I don't blame you at all. But I would take Ankalaev money line. And if you want to take a prop, I would take fight not to go the distance. I know we probably thought that, or you guys probably thought that the first fight. I know I did, that it wasn't gonna go the distance. But this fight, I really see it not going the distance, because I don't see Alex Pereira like being like, even if he is hesitant again and not throwing, I still see Ankalaev probably knocking him out. Or subbing him maybe. Does he even have subs? I haven't looked at his he has no subs. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah. That makes me even more confident, cuz it's like you're getting held on the fence against a guy with no subs. Like, Alex Pereira, bro, do better. And he's getting mad at shit in the PI and shit. Like, I don't, bro. Yeah, give me Ankalaev money line. I'm not going to tell you to take a prop, because a prop might be risky. So, yeah, I would take Ankalaev. It's the last leg of a parlay, so you could do a heavy hedge on Alex Pereira, which is probably what I'm going to do. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will do more film study and release more videos as the week goes on, I forgot to mention as well. First of all, follow my socials. This is not my socials, but it will be linked in the description. I was just checking out Alex's IG. Anyways, that's not what I want to say. I want to say I do have a confidence scale on these picks that I want to announce every series or episode this video comes out, whatever it's called. Um, and yeah, Ankalaev out of 10. All right, out of 10, I would rate. First of all, I'm gonna go over the criteria. Okay, criteria first. Uh, we have. I think 7 out of 10 is a lock. Okay, a lock for sure. Very, very confident. 7 out of 10 and up. 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Um, but we won't see a lot of 10 out of 10s. 6, 5, and 4 is a little confident, not a lot. Anything could happen type thing. And then 3, 2, 1, obviously being low confidence. So this fight, I have Magomed Ankalaev at a 5.4 out of 10 confidence. Okay, 5.4 out of 10 confidence. Maybe it goes up in the week. I gotta see how like the weigh-ins look and everything. It changes a lot through the week, especially if I'm rethinking certain shit. But yeah, 5.4 out of 10 confidence. All right.